So they haven't covered one spread over a touchdown this year. Not one. Not one spread. So take that with a grain of salt. I would. Hey guys, this is your favorite neighborhood gambler, Moss Money. Thanks for clicking on my video. If you're into gambling, if you're into winning money at gambling, hell, if you love talking Eagles, this is the channel and the videos for you. So go ahead, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, tell a friend to tell a friend, and enjoy the shows. Want to start with this game. This line looked like it dropped. The Houston Texans traveling to KC. Line is -8.5. Money line is up the wazoo. We're talking, what was it? What was the money line? -480. I thought it was almost -5 something. -480, as it should be. The Chiefs should be favored pretty heavily here. The issue here is that the Chiefs haven't played a game in damn near a month, right? Nobody played in the last game. They're 15-1, but going to Arrowhead is there's no way around it. And the Houston Texans got I think what would be a surprise win against the Chargers last week. They had Herbert turn the ball over 4 times. That defense showed out and showed up. And C.J. Stroud had one of his better games. I think this game's going to be a lot closer. Just you guys need to understand, the Chiefs don't cover games. Let's look it up real quick. Kansas City Chiefs ATS 2024. Let's see what it is. They're 7-9-1 against the spread this season. So which is not really that good. They don't cover. Like they just don't cover games. At home, they're, let's see, 1-1, 2-1. No, that's still 2-1. Let me see. 2-3. 2-5. 3-5. They're 3-5 at home covering the spread. Let's look at spreads over a touchdown. Have they covered? One push against the Chargers. -8.5 against the Raiders. -9 against Tampa. -7 against Denver. Didn't cover. -10.5 against Carolina. Didn't cover. -13.5 against the Raiders, again, didn't cover. So they haven't covered one spread over a touchdown this year. Not one. Not one spread. So take that with a grain of salt. I would lean here, Houston. I think Houston shows up a little bit. And this is where my best bet comes in, right? When you look at this Houston team, the way they go, you would think it would be the running game, but I went back and checked. And what's his name? Why can't I think of his name off the top of my head? Mixon. Joe Mixon, running back for the Houston Texans, has played the Kansas City Chiefs 4 times, only scored once. So running the ball is really not going to be the way. I think the way is through the air, and that tells me Nico Collins needs to have it for the Houston Texans to be in this game. 2 things need to happen, right? C.J. Stroud needs to have a good game. There's no ifs, ands, buts about it. If C.J. Stroud does not have a good game, the Texans got no chance. And if C.J. Stroud has a good game, that means Nico Collins has a good game. They've been decimated by receiver. We all know about Tank Dell that went out just recently. So it's all they have. So with that being said, they played the Chiefs earlier. Nico Collins had 6 catches in that game. I think he has to have almost 8 to 10 catches in this game for them to have a chance. I like Nico Collins over his receptions total once I get to it. Sorry, because I'm zoomed in here, taking a little bit of time. Most receiving yards. Here we go. So I like over 6.5 at the even number at +100. He's got to get him the ball. And that's got to be early and often. And that's the only way that the Texans, to me, have a chance in this game. I don't think they're going to be able to run the ball with Mixon. He's going to control the ball, but I think Mixon may get like 20 carries for like maybe like 60 something yards. They're going to have to go through the air. I like, if that's the case, you have to go with your number one receiver. I think Nico Collins gets it done. I think he gets almost 7 to 8 catches for maybe close to a buck. He's been hot the last 2 games, scored in both last 2 games in the playoffs and then the game before that. So that rapport is coming back. I'm trying to think who else were they missing from that Texans team. Tank Dell got hurt, and who was the other receiver? There was another receiver that went down for them. Let me check that out real quick, just to make sure that I'm sure of what I'm saying. It was C.J. Stroud. Mixon has a little bit of ankle injury. It wasn't Woods. C.J. Stroud. Oh no, Tank. It was Tank Dell. And who was the other receiver? I thought there was another receiver that got hurt. Maybe it was just Tank Dell. Huh. Thought it was somebody else. I mean, it was Nico, I guess, early in the year, and Tank held it down. But I thought it was somebody else. Oh, Diggs. That's what it was. Stephon Diggs. So, yeah, I like this play a lot. This would be a top play for me for this game. There's other plays like betting the Houston Texans. Not a lot of people won't think during the game. I would probably bet Houston Texans first half or first half under. In that game, I think it'll be a tight game, but give me Nico Collins over 6.5. Nico Collins last 4 games, 7 receptions, 5, 3, and 7. So he's only hit this twice. 7 catches for 122 yards against a really good Chargers defense. And then against Tennessee, where he really didn't play that much, didn't really need him. At Tennessee, 5 catches. Then Baltimore, 3 catches, and then back again against KC, he had 7 catches for 60 yards. So I think he matches that and then some. It wouldn't surprise me if he scores in this game, honestly. I don't know how they're going to score. They're going to have to find different ways on how to score here.